Moving on now, and Turkey's economy has done better than expected in the first quarter of 2024. Figures that have just been released show the economy expanded 5.7% in the first few months of the year, according to the Turkish Statistical Institute. Turkey's first quarter growth surpassed other G-20 and OECD countries, and Turkish Finance Minister Mehmet Simsek says the predictable and rule-based policies adopted are helping Turkey move toward more balanced and sustainable growth. Let's further discuss this now with Ahmet Vedat Akgiray. He is a professor of finance at Bogazici University. Thank you so much, Professor, for being with me on the program today. Now, what do you make of this growth, and to what extent has the short and long-term economic plan announced last year had on this unexpected rise?
It was good news this morning. I was personally a little bit pleasantly surprised. It shows that despite all the tightening policies on the monetary side, the economy has shown a significant rate of growth. That's good news. We have to keep it up. On the monetary side, things are okay. The central bank and the Minister of Finance both have been doing what they are supposed to be doing, and in a successful format. But we have to read into this growth carefully and don't fall into, how do I say it, an unrealistic dream. We have to make it sustainable. The job is not finished yet, but then it's very promising. It's raising our hopes.
Right. I think that's an important note you made there in reading into it properly. Help us better understand some of the factors that have caused this rise.
Now, for a few years, except last year, we've been struggling with inflation and high interest rates. And we wasted some time on empty discussions, but now we are on the right track. But I mean, economic policy is now well established, monetary side especially. But from now on, I think authorities should pay more attention to the psychology of people. This inflation is not a good thing. And most people, obviously, are making miscalculations. I mean, they increase their prices, we want higher wages, blah, blah, blah. It's a vicious cycle. So I think our policymakers now should spend some time on how to convince, not like professors and economists and bankers, but the people in general that things are okay, everything is in control, be calm, and I mean, don't try to protect yourself from what we call inflation, but just you're increasing your own income. It won't help you. It's a vicious cycle. So I think we have to play some behavioral or psychological game as policymakers to convince people. And we have to reduce this volatility in interest rates. Obviously, we have to reduce interest rates eventually with inflation. But to achieve that, volatility has to go down. I mean, you don't want deposit rates going up one week and going down the next week. That makes people confused, and therefore they dream uncertainty.
Right.
When you think you are under uncertainty, you make irrational decisions. I think we have to, in a way, maybe the word may not be proper, but educate the people, convince them that better days are waiting for us.
We have heard from the Turkish Finance Minister Mehmet Simsek say that they do aim to bring inflation down to one-digit numbers. Professor, thank you so much for being with us here on the News Hour. I appreciate your analysis.
You're welcome. Good luck.